17. I went for an interview to a job for which I was on paper totally unqualified, because they were looking, of course, for people in their early 20s who had like 3 to 5 years of experience. You would never find in a job advertisement, that you don't need experience. Generally, they want somebody with experience. So anyway, I wrote a very persuasive letter. I'm very good at persuasion. And I got to the interview. And I realized before we went that I had to do something different during the interview if I was ever to get a hope of snitching the job. So during the interview, I offered at the interview to take the job at half price. And I told the prospective boss that, what have you got to lose? If I come up to standard, you would have a big saving on payroll because you're only going to pay me half what you advertised the job for. And if I can't do the job, go ahead, fire me. No notice required. Because in Singapore back then, probation is 3 months and you can fire without reason because there's a probation period. Well, that clinched the deal. I got my first job before I was 17, a secretarial job, where you do stenography, typing, and so forth, because I compensated for my lack of age and experience by offering to work at half price. And that got me in through the door. So again, fortune favors the bold. I was bold because I asked my boss, was that the reason after I got the job, of course, that he offered me the job because I was half price? And he told me, no, it was because you were extremely unusual. They didn't have an employee interviewee back then who was as bold as I was. And they wanted somebody, hopefully, they said, with initiative. So despite my young age, I was less than 17, I got the job. And of course, then you have to prove yourself. This is what I mean by work hard, harder than all your colleagues. If you want to get promotion, work harder than all your colleagues. If you want to succeed in business, you must offer better value at a cheaper price. To start off, you've got to establish your credentials one way or the other. Well, I have lots of other stories about how I progressed in my professional life, but I think that will do for now. How I got my first job. I did this kind of sneaky way of getting into places for which I was not qualified by doing this trick over and over and over again.